The very first step of machine learning workflow is asking the right question. And here is a problem statement. In this particular problem, we will be having a data set named Pima Indian dataset, and our job will be to use the machine learning workflow to process and transform Pima Indian dataset to create a prediction model. And the metric would be this model must predict which people are likely to develop diabetic with 70% or greater accuracy. So we need to classify people into two categories, whether they are likely to get diabetic or not from the dataset. Now let us see how we are going to do this. In the previous video, I have given you a link from where you can create your account in Azure Notebook. I hope you have done that. And this is the very first layout which you will see if you log into your account. And this space would be a white space for you if you have not created any library. The first thing you need to do is click New Library. Here you can name your library. Let's say I want to create a library test, and here you need to give a unique key. You can give any alphanumeric character. Now create. So your library is created. Now I want to create a Python file in this library. So again I need to click here, new, name your Python file. Let's say I want to name it first program, and here you can select the version of Python. So I would select 3.5. Now this is your Python file created. Click on it, and it takes some time to create your server. Once it is created, you can see this notebook layout. So this is called cell, and this cell can be used in two ways. One, you can use it for writing the text under the category markdown, like I would say hello people. And to run this content of cell, you need to press shift and enter. So here you can see hello people printed. Now the other way we can use this cell is code. So you need to select this code option for this cell, and same thing I would like to write print hello people, welcome to so you can see here by using instruction, Python instruction, I have printed hello people, welcome to understanding machine learning using Python. So the thing I want to make point here is you can use this cell in two ways. One, you can execute command inside this cell. Second, you can use this cell for text purpose as well. Now I think this description about this Jupyter notebook is sufficient. Let's go to our problem again. So we need to create a machine learning model, and the accuracy of model should be more than 70%. And this thing we need to implement in a to create this solution. You need to download some program files including the dataset, and you can download it by my GitHub repository. The link is provided in the description. Now this is a code for implementing this solution. Don't look at the length of code, it's very simple to understand. And also I have provided you this source code so you can do self check as well. Now I want you to only understand these codes as I'm going to explain you one by one. So PIMA Indian Diabetic Prediction. This is the name of our data set and this is the title of our solution. So to implement the solution, first of all we need to import some basic libraries. And from these basic libraries we'll import some classes, functions to perform the required manipulation. So for this purpose we are importing Panda library. Panda is a data frame library. We are importing matplotlib library, which is mainly used for plotting of functions, and we are importing NumPy, which provide you n-dimension object support. So these are the mandatory library which you need to import at the beginning of your program. And here we are using a command, that is %matplotlib inline. The work of this command is whatever things will plot using this library, it will be plotted in the same window. Normally what happens is if we plot anything, it will be plotted in some other window. So sometimes it becomes very clumsy and difficult to manage. If we'll go on plotting 5 or 6 graphs, then it becomes difficult to study. So we have used this command. Now the first thing is we need to import our data set. Now before importing the data set, first of all you need to upload your data set in this notebook. So I am assuming that you have downloaded the data set from my GitHub repository. It will be available by the name of PIMA Indian Diabetic Prediction.csv file. You need to upload that file into this notebook by using option data upload. You can browse and upload your CSV file. Now once you have uploaded, you need to read your data set, and for that we are having a standard function called read function. So what we are doing here is we are reading our CSV file by using pandas library, and here you need to put the location of your CSV file. So once you will upload your CSV file into the system, it will give you this location. Simply paste that location here. So we are reading our data set and putting it into variable called df. I'll go on executing each command one by one. So to execute the command of cell, you need to press shift and enter. Since it is a read operation, it won't show any output in the window. Now let us see what is the size of this data set. So for this we are having df.shape. This is the method shape which shows the dimension of our data set. So in this data set we are having 786 rows and 10 columns. Now let us display this data set. Now as you can see that here we are having 768 rows and 10 columns. It would be a very difficult to study the data set whole at a time. So we'll take only first 10 rows, and the command for that is df.head, and we are passing an argument 10 which shows that we want to read only first 10 rows of our data set. You can see here, this is our data set. These are the features and these are the observations. One thing you need to understand here is the marking is done from 0. It's not starting from 1, it is starting from 0. So if you want to display the observation of first row, you need to put 0. You need to pass 0 as argument. So this is a first or top 10 rows of the data set. What if you want to display the bottom 10 rows of data set? This is the command for that. Instead of head, we'll use tail, will pass 10 argument, and it will display the bottom 10 rows of the data set. So we have loaded our data set into our Jupyter notebook and we have displayed it by using standard commands. In the next video, we'll go to the second workflow of machine learning, that is pre-processing of data set.